Hello and welcome, folks. I know we got a few of you out there. Hopefully we'll have more joining soon. How are y'all doing tonight? We're going to be starting momentarily. I'm actually a few minutes early, but figured, it might be good to start early. In case anything were going to go wrong, I would have time to sort it a bit. But, yeah. Nikki, thanks for joining. Thanks for being such an awesome channel member. And Julian, thanks for being here too. Appreciate you all getting the conversation started over there. I don't know what's wrong with the bot, Nikki. It hasn't worked in a while. Hopefully I can get it working again. I have no idea what's going on with it. It's turned on, and the notifications happen when people do stuff on stream, but for whatever reason, the bot decided that it doesn't have to work anymore, which I don't know if I appreciate that kind of lazy attitude from the bot. Sean, thanks for being here tonight. Hopefully we'll get Clone Trooper Wheeler. This campaign is special for him, and I'm going to go ahead and get things started. So, for those of you who are watching afterwards and not here live with this, this is a series in Thrawn's Revenge, which is a mod for Star Wars Empire at War. It's a very old game. Very fun strategy game. It's old. This one's focused around Grand Admiral Thrawn. The way he was told in Legends, and a lot of the source material, of course, coming from the Heir to the Empire, or the Thrawn trilogy, which I've actually been listening to. I'm in the middle of the second book right now, and so I've been listening to the audiobooks while I work, so trying to get myself refamiliar with the lore surrounding this mod. And it's really fun. It's a really cool character. In some ways, it's kind of unfortunate that Disney didn't have him involved in the sequels, because it would have been much more interesting than Rey, Skywalker, Palpatine weirdness, Last Jedi garbage, whatever happened in those movies would have been a lot more interesting. But anyway, that's my opinion. You don't have to believe my opinion. So here we are. We're going to have fun tonight. Like I said, hopefully we'll get Clone Trooper Wheeler later on to join us as well, because, like I said, this is for him. We'll see. But we're going to get things started. I'm going to have to fight off. I say I'm going to have to fight. I don't know if this is even winnable, but we have a New Republic counter-strike. Or sorry, I have to call them rebels, because in the Thrawn trilogy, Thrawn constantly referred to the New Republic as the rebels. He never acknowledged them as the New Republic. He always called them the rebels. So there we go. Would have been better to see George Lucas finish it. Absolutely agree, Legamus. Thanks for being a channel member too. Michael says, Hunga Bunga, is it time for spam, or for tie spam? I wish you could spam ties. You only get them when they spawn from your ships. I'm not even sure if we can build tie defenders at the moment. Warner coming in with the Thrawn quote. Are you quite finished? I am not finished streaming, but I love the Thrawn quote, Warner. That was probably my favorite Thrawn moment when he was in Rebels, and it was very Thrawn in character as well. When Ezra's got him on screen, trying to be big and stalling and all that stuff, and Thrawn's like, are you quite finished? What's going on, Regina? Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you all being here. Warner, thank you so much. Hope your life is going well. I know that work probably has you busy, but hope you and your family are well. Job's going good. It's great to have you here tonight. Thanks again, Warner.
What are your orders?
You're not finished what's taking so long? I just started.
Carrack Commander here. Carrack en route.
We got a Carrack cruiser, which is not going to be anything special. A patrol ship, some ties, a couple of bombers.
IPV reporting.
Yeah, we got a few more patrol ships. I don't know what the patrol ships are good for. Probably not much. Most pirate and corvette threats, so I don't know. I don't even know what we're up against. The rebel hero that attacked us, holy moly. I was hoping maybe he wouldn't be flying a gigantic ship. Nothing to see here, just a gigantic Mon Cal Star Cruiser, and whatever this huge monstrosity is. I shelled Dorat. Dorat was a strong supporter of Chancellor Palpatine in the latter days of the Old Republic, but was hauled by the New Order. Failed attempts to change the system. He defected to the Rebel Alliance despite his daughter informing ISB of his plans. Oh, that's interesting. He's got a huge ship there. Okay, we're dead. As Bender would say in Futurama, we're boned. Alright, the patrol ships are anti-fighter. That makes sense, Michael. They look like they're something of that nature. Regina, are you going to be able to join me on Thursday?
Location confirmed.
Come represent your elves. I'm going to be playing a few games in
Advancing.
Warhammer 2,
Confirmed.
so your elves are going to get some
Bomber
representation.
standing by.
I was hoping you might be able to join.
Reporting. Understood. What are your orders?
Bomber
I got a feeling my patrol
reporting.
craft aren't going to live very long.
Setting up my run,
I got a feeling none of my forces are going to live very long.
TIE interceptor here.
Right
Course
now.
set.
Cannons armed. Attacking. Cruiser here.
we
Frequency
go.
open. Enemies in range.
They got one of their own. Oh my gosh, yeah, my frigates are just getting wrecked by these giant capital ships.
I've got them in my sights.
Ah, Regina can't make it. Well, the elves are going to be disappointed.
Roger that. Sir,
Speaking of elves, we got a little bit of information on Immortal Empires today. I don't know if any of you all caught the announcement from CA. I retweeted it.
Pursuing enemy
They put out a
forces.
blog today detailing some of the details, I should say, some of the details for Immortal Empires. There's some good stuff in there, honestly. I had recently made a video about what I think it was going to take to fix and repopulate Warhammer 3, and it was, of course, just based off of things that I wanted to see, things I think would get folks back in. I don't speak for everybody, obviously. But what's interesting is that there was quite a bit of overlap from what I saw on their blog.
Another attack.
It sounds like they're doing their best to put together an immense experience. Sounds like it's on time so far, and they were quite transparent in the blog. It even had some features that I wouldn't have expected to see from them this early on, so that's good news too. Good news in the sense that hopefully they're taking it very seriously,
We've lost the laser.
and that they're going to really put a lot of effort into making sure that this is a huge launch. So it looked really good. I'm excited about it. I think it bodes well. Like, if I would have seen an announcement from them with a lot less detail and a lot less effort, it would have been a little bit concerning. But honestly, what they put in there looked pretty exciting. So I'm hoping that that bodes well for Immortal Empires. I don't want this to continue to be some kind of screw-up. I want them to come knock it out of the park, and I want Warhammer 3 to finally have a population and be exciting. So, anyway,
Intercepting.
I'm hoping for it.
Enemy craft.
Let's get a few more comments here. Survivor X-Clone, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. It's awesome to have you here tonight. Yeah, the details, Julian, go check out my Twitter if you haven't seen it already. Up on Twitter, I posted it. If not, I'll go ahead and cover some of it in a video probably tomorrow. But, yeah, we'll see. It says, my hope for Immortal Empires is just an expanded alliance and reinforcement system, especially in multiplayer.
Won't be around much longer.
I want to be doing that Helm's Deep thing and reinforce Empire and Cathay and Dwarf. Now, that would be kind of interesting. Are you kind of saying, Regina, like the opportunity to like send reinforcements out to help your allies, even if it's not right next to you or something like that? That's an interesting idea. It would certainly make your relationships more meaningful if you were out helping to protect your allies more actively. I would like to see that. I think it'd be pretty neat. What do you all think?
We're being targeted.
That's a big ship. Yeah, we're getting attacked by 2 big ships. This is a huge Mon Cal Star Cruiser. A lot like Home 1. And then this other giant, I think it was an Imperial ship. It looks like
Excellent shot.
something this guy brought when he left the Empire and came to the Rebels. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with him. We read his backstory a moment ago, but
I've got him.
we were definitely up against some big ships, Legamus.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, the news looked really exciting for Immortal Empires. I'm
I've got him.
feeling
Falling out of
a
formation.
lot more optimistic than I had been after reading that blog. I thought the blog was good. It was very transparent. It was very informative.
Losing.
It wasn't just filled with a bunch of fluff. And clearly they were still holding some things close to them, which makes sense, right? They're not there at the launch yet, so they probably don't want to reveal everything they've done. But I felt like the blog
Yes,
was
sir.
it was
Closing on
informative,
target.
it was useful, it was exciting. At least I thought it was. It was very nice to see that they're putting some effort into kind of making up for the lackluster launch, obviously. Black ship looks like a Hoover. It kind of does. I don't know what it is. Come on, put me out of my misery already.
Forward. Full speed.
Just finish it. All I got left is this patrol craft that's getting absolutely ransacked at the moment. Just not fast enough, unfortunately.
We have been defeated.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, to send actual armies. So Regina says, yeah, to send actual armies, the current alliance recruitment is just not enough. I do like that they added the alliance recruitment. I agree with you. It's not enough per se, but it was a great start, like getting that kind of thing in. But I do like that idea of having more ways to interact with your allies. I think that would be potentially interesting and fun in order to take care of. Now, if we're going to go take them out, we're going to need an actual fleet to do it, but we're a little ways away. They left Joe Mark. Speaking of Joe Mark, from a lore standpoint, Joe Mark was where Master Sabaoth was sent to wait for Luke and Leia to come to him whenever Thrawn had, brought him. Part of his bargain with Thrawn was that Thrawn would deliver the Jedi to him so that he could try and train them into his own Jedi Force. Like, he didn't feel like that he would ever really be powerful until he had Jedi to command. So that was Sabaoth's thing, and Joe Mark was where Thrawn left him to wait on Luke. So fun stuff. Let's take our army down and take this planet. Begin the invasion. My favorite attire. Handmaiden by a long shot. Let's see, a long time ago. With Outpost, they aren't your armies, though. They just aren't your lords. I don't know, it doesn't feel the same. Yeah, I mean, they could probably add to the whole Outpost system. Like, it'd be pretty neat if you could pay some, I don't know, maybe one-time money or, a little bit of recurring money. Have, like, an army garrisoned near your allies. An army that they could call upon if they get attacked in that province for reinforcements or something like that. That might be neat. There's probably other ways to do it too. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to know all the ways that it could be neat, but I think they could do a lot of fun things with it.
Reinforcements.
I'm gonna try a couple of my AT-AT heroes. This is risky because if I get them killed, they don't come back. It should be fun. I'm kind of thinking about going. I don't want to go too AT-AT heavy.
Canceled.
I need some AT-STs in this army.
Construction complete.
Some lighter troops. Go ahead and bring down one battalion of stormtroopers.
We've located the enemy.
Is this mod a good start for Empire at War? It's close enough to the base game that it's pretty understandable for players. It does have some additional things, like units and stuff you have to learn, but honestly, like, if you can play the base game decently, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting into this mod. I mean, I'm kind of a noob at most things game, and I haven't really had any issue keeping up with the mod. Let's get a repair station, and I want to back to tank as well. Let's get Master Sabaoth. Bring him over here. Zahn said he designed Sabaoth to be like a crazy Obi-Wan Kenobi clone before the prequels came out. Also, where he codified the Sith before they were Dark Jedi.
Construction.
That's cool.
Complete. Constructing.
That's right, they do mention Dark Jedi a lot. Okay, the rebels are bringing some heat here.
Ready.
I'm gonna move up my
What is your order?
AT-ATs, give Master Sabaoth a little cover fire. Once he gets in with the Force Lightning, he's pretty quick to wreck whoever's around. There we go. Alright, so I've got a repair station.
Just give me a target.
Speaking of, I'm
Rolling
gonna heal
out.
up that tank a little.
Constructing.
Gonna put a back to tank in here. I'm gonna leave my garrison troopers here to hold the base.
Moving out.
The rest of these
Advancing.
Yes, General.
characters, I want to move forward.
Excellent suggestion.
Ready to go take the next
Excellent.
capture point. I'm going to lead off with Master Sabaoth. He is very powerful.
Roger. Squad, move out.
It's an excellent unit to kind of lead
Right
the
away,
way
sir.
because he can tank a lot of fire. Help save some of your other units if need be. Plus he can capture points.
Available.
See, like right now they're firing at him, and it's not really doing much good. And then my AT-ATs are able to act with a degree of impunity here. See, he has Force Lightning. Oh boy, that's a crash. I haven't had the game crash much, so there we go. I'm gonna have to relaunch the game, so I have to launch Forces of Corruption. Alright, here we go. Hold on. Let's get into the options, mods. And gotta relaunch the game here. Well, dang, that sucks. I wonder if our autosave got us any closer to that. I don't know. We'll go see. When Stellaris? I do want to try Stellaris. Here's my problem right now, folks. Like, my work has been steadily, or sorry, for months now, all the way back into like January, February, my work has been significantly more busy. Like, and I work at home only part of the time versus I was working home all the time. And so I'm stupid busy right now during the day. Like, I mean, for usually 8 to 9 hours a day on the work day, I am like crazy busy. So much so that I really can't look at or accomplish anything during that time. Now, we didn't get any autosaves. That sucks. It crashed. But in any case, yeah, I would love to try games like Stellaris and many others. I just can't. I don't have the time. Like, even in my free time, what little free time I have had recently, I've been playing KOTOR 2 came out on the Switch, and I've been playing that one, the Knights of the Old Republic 2. I've been playing it with my boys because they like it a whole lot. They like watching me, you know, pick all the different characters and level them up and get them weapons and stuff like that. They've been enjoying it. So I don't get a ton of spare time to play games or do much of anything else right now because I'm trying to exercise, you know, in the meantime. Like, I'm not getting any younger. I have to take care of my health. That takes time. My boys are getting older. They stay up later. I wonder what this auto-resolve would do to me. I can't save my game right now and find out. I guess I could just load again and find out here. Let's hit the auto-resolve.
Destroyed.
They destroyed some of my stuff, but not a huge deal. Anything they got rid of.
Planetary control
It was more than they
achieved.
deserved, for sure, but worth it to just get us through
Building
here real
under
quick and not have to
construction.
redo that section.
Beginning construction.
But anyway, yeah, my boys are getting older. They stay up later. I need to spend more time. Wait, did we lose Master Sabaoth? No, okay, good. We did not lose Master
Construction
Sabaoth.
complete.
So yeah, there's just a lot more going on.
Of course.
And so what time I do have to produce content, it kind of has to be
Battle imminent.
most... Oh my gosh, they've actually got a fleet here. This is going to be fun. They've got more going on, and obviously they're my number one priority, right? And I still make content. In fact, I'm pretty proud. I've had at least... I think yesterday was the first day I hadn't had 2 videos out in every day since like last Monday, something like that. So I'm pretty proud of that. I've been getting a crap load of content out recently, and in my current schedule, that's impressive.
TIE
Now,
interceptor
YouTube
here.
has been making sure that I don't get many
Course
views,
set.
and certainly don't
Instructions
keep any
received.
subscribers. But I don't really care what YouTube's doing. My channel is something that I built because I loved it, and I never expected it to grow to the point that it did. And I'm absolutely thrilled that it did, and I'm fortunate.
Choose your reinforcements.
And so I'm not like, is it frustrating to
Interceptor squad
see like that I
reporting.
don't get a lot of views or anything from you? Yeah, sure it is. It's frustrating, but at the same time, like, I started with nothing. I don't have to have something there to enjoy it. My channel is still very much something that I do because I just love it.
Reinforcements canceled.
Orders, sir.
And I need to
Enemy
keep
forces
it
ahead.
that way, right? I see too many
Location
YouTubers and other
plotted.
people get frustrated and burned out and stuff like that. And I can fortunately say that
I
it's
see.
never happened to me. Like, I've never been burned out or frustrated with like
We're on the move.
content making, and it feels
Moving to
fantastic.
coordinates.
I would love for it to
Confirmed.
stay that way, in fact. So yeah, it's something that I'd drop a couple of
Location
massive
confirmed.
frigates here to help
Fallout.
some fighter cover.
Let's go.
And then where are my dreadnoughts? I want to bring in the dreadnoughts because this is kind of...
All
I
ahead.
have 6 dreadnoughts, just like Senator Bell Iblis. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my dreadnoughts because they were a fun part of the story in the
Engines to full.
Thrawn books, and then let's bring some smaller ships in from this
Maneuvering.
flank as well.
Navigating to coordinate.
Put a Lancer frigate up here, Lancer frigate down here.
Heading out, sir.
Watch for enemy ships.
Alright, well, we've got a pretty big fight going on.
Go after them.
The enemy had a fairly significant garrison. My
Intercepting. Ready for
hero
command,
interceptor
sir.
is getting a
Ion
little bit
engines
burned up in
primed.
there. I'm
Deploying
gonna
squadron.
pull him back a little.
Target locked.
Master frigate reporting.
Right now, we're able to do good damage from distance. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, see the Lancer frigate picking off fighters, so those are going to be good to set next to
He won't be around much longer.
groups of larger vessels.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
I got one.
I'm going to move my capital ships up.
Enemies in
Squadron
range.
standing by.
Admiral Thrawn
Getting
reporting.
Star Destroyer reporting.
Target critical.
Yeah, so, yeah, no burnout. I'm thankful for that.
Battle.
I still love making the stuff. And so, like I said, I'm trying not to let, you know, that stuff grind me too much.
Target locked.
It's hard.
After the stragglers.
Because after having spent years and seeing the channel growing and seeing the excitement around it and all that stuff, it's really great,
On
but
target.
it's not all that counts, right?
Target
It's not all that counts. There's people enjoying my content.
Pursuing enemy
It doesn't
forces.
have to be a lot of people. I'm enjoying it, and to be quite frank, I mean, recording videos is, yeah, sure, it's time
Taking
consuming,
them out.
but it's also very cathartic. It helps me. It makes me feel like I'm getting things done. And when I see comments from people saying stuff like, "Oh, I love the
I'm on
content.
this
It's
one.
made me so happy," or like, "I was watching your videos this week when I was sick,"
Let's
or
finish him.
"Air, I've been watching your videos for
got
years.
them
I
in my
love it." Or I
sights.
see comments
Watch
people
your
saying,
back.
"Hey, Air, I'm up late at night with my little baby, and I love watching your videos, and I'm stuck
Intercepting.
up late." Like, that stuff means the world to me. It really
Under
does.
control.
Like, that is. I really appreciate it.
around.
That means a lot.
Returning
And
to
at the
your
same
position.
time, when I hear that, like, it motivates me to do more, and it motivates me to, you know, keep making content
Yes,
and
Commander.
keep bringing that for
Moving
folks.
to coordinates.
And I love it.
here.
So
Course set.
I don't want to quit,
Ties reporting in. For
and I don't plan on it.
Dreadnought
In case
cruiser
anybody was
ready.
wondering.
Moving.
I'm gonna move my dreadnoughts in. I'm gonna bring the Lancer frigate in with them. Not a whole lot of fighter cover to worry about anymore.
Yes, Commander. Let's go.
Do you have something to report?
Awaiting orders.
But yeah, that's pretty much
Gunship
what keeps me
reporting.
going these days,
Regroup.
is
Awaiting your command.
knowing that people enjoy the content and they look forward to it. And that's great. It helps me too. Like I said, it makes me feel more fulfilled
Regroup for
doing it
another
too.
Attack.
Thing is, Pixelated Pollard
Intercepting.
videos offer nothing but really graphics. I mean, I like his videos. Pixelated Apollo's an awesome guy, by the way.
Target
Got to
critical.
do a few things with
Are
him.
victorious.
I'm jealous of all the stuff he grows. It seems like he likes to grow like food, like vegetables, fruits, stuff like that. Wish I had more space to do that where I'm at. Fuzzy Wuzzy Boom Boom says, "Oh, Air, thanks for letting me down because I wanted warships and naval battles back." Legamus says, "I know your Shogun campaign has been invaded by the Chaos Gods, but definitely entertaining." Oh my gosh, man, there is so much chaos going on in the Shogun 2 campaign. It's actually really fun. It's tedious, but it's fun. Like, I mean, oh boy. Yeah,
Construction complete.
it is a hot
Building
mess
started.
in
Under
Shogun 2
construction.
right now. Like, a hot mess. So, but I'm here for it. It's good times. Let's go ahead and
Invasion
invade
commencing.
Bemisari. Who is this here? I can't tell what kind of troops these are. Let's check it out. Am I loud? Am I coming through too loud? Let me know what's going on with the sound. Someone said loud man. Let's see. Or are you talking about Apollo? Sound balance changes a little bit from game to game and when I'm streaming and whatnot, so if it's ever off, you all can tell me and I'll adjust it. Nikki says the shorts this week were awesome. Well, thank you. Did you like the new format of the shorts, by the way, Nikki? Like, whenever I was doing the official YouTube shorts, it has to be under 60 seconds. It either has to be vertical or has to be square, and then it plays in that gosh awful player. And I tried it for 1 week, and I was thinking, you know what? I hate this. I was like, but I'll try it for a week. Everybody says it's good for your stats, and that YouTube
Choose your
gives you lots of views.
reinforcements.
It was no such thing.
Destination
Like,
set.
it's just garbage.
On
Like,
my
unless
way,
you're
Cap.
making, you know, clickbait videos, like,
Moving out.
you know, girls wearing skimpy clothes or something with a big red arrow pointing, like, you won't believe what this fisherman catches next. Or, you know, like, if you're not doing clickbait videos, you just don't get any views on YouTube, and YouTube knows how to look for clickbait. And I figured that shorts are mostly useless, stupid videos to begin with. And I was like, I'm hoping I can make them something useful. Like, I'll give out Total War tips in a minute. YouTube ruins it because of the square format. And then, of course, you know, they're not interested in my video because it's not clickbait.
Reporting.
So
Deploying
nothing
your
comes of
commander.
it. And so I was like, you know what, why am I
Dropping
playing their
additional
game?
soldiers.
So I'll do my own shorts, right? So I decided I'm going to switch formats to where I put a normal video up. It's still short and focused. And it's a video that's easy for me to make many of them because they're not very long. And so I figured that that would be perfect. So hopefully you're liking my version of YouTube Shorts, which is, you know, without the annoying format, without the annoying player, but it's still a short video on YouTube that might actually be useful. So you'll have to tell me what you think. I plan to do a lot of them.
Destination, give me a target.
I think like tomorrow, for instance, the short for tomorrow will probably just be my reaction and thoughts on the news that we got for Immortal Empires. And I'm going to use the shorts for stuff like that too. So again, something useful, not useless. So that's what I'm hoping for, at least.
Advancing.
Just post videos of Marathi and Hellebron. That's what I should do, Regina.
Yes, sir.
Like, we can post a video and just Marathi and Hellebron and their skimpy armor, and I'll see if I can clickbait those.
All right, men, take cover. Spread out, man.
I mean, the Dark Elves seem like they would be all into scandalous videos anyway. Be right up their alley.
Roger that. Moving.
Reporting in.
Okay, fighting our way forward. Fairly significant resistance here. You know what? I could call in another stormtrooper battalion. Let's not actually. Let's call in some of Rook's friends. I'm gonna bring in the Nogri Assassin Squad.
Roger that.
Marcus, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you being here. Heard YouTube was pushing hard for people to use that format. And yeah, 99% clickbait. Yeah, they are pushing it, and it is clickbait, and it's because they're very jealous of what TikTok has done. The people at YouTube are no longer creative. They're imitative.
Secondary position.
And it's that way with most businesses
Ready to
these days,
serve.
unfortunately.
At once.
Even the business I work for, and I love the business I work for. I don't have major grievances, right? They give me a career and stuff like that, so I'm not trying to like super bash them or anything, but my business is the same way. We don't innovate anything anymore. The leadership just copies whatever else is going out there. I find leaders these days, like, and I've only been in my career for a little over 10 years, but 10 years ago when I came in, the leaders that I had were way more charismatic, way better vision, better at communicating, like had me excited about working there. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to come in and do my part for the company because I could tell they had a good vision and I thought we were doing things that were, you know, actually beneficial to both us and our customer. And now it just feels like we're just imitating,
Armor transport ready.
just doing whatever everybody else does.
Proceeding to
There's
target.
nothing new coming.
Reporting in.
It's
On my way,
leaders can barely string together sentences when they're in front of a crowd. Like, it's just nothing I'm impressed with. Now, I'm not sitting here saying like I'm ready or qualified necessarily to be a CEO, but I know what a good one looks like from the vantage point of management, right? Because I work in management. I don't see those very qualified leaders anymore like I used to.
Form up.
Kind of saddens me. I miss, you know, having a leader be able to come in and actually command a room in a good way and
Just give the command.
have you leaving knowing like, okay, hey, I know what I'm doing. Like, I know why what we're doing is important. I just don't ever feel that anymore. It's frustrating. So it's not just YouTube. It's all over the place. I think that
As you wish, General.
a lot of people nowadays are too scared to take risk, too scared to be different, and it just gets
Right away.
frustrating.
The big targets.
But anyway, not the topic we really need to get in. I'm gonna lose my tank. Get back, get back, get back. Get back.
On my way. I copy.
I've got a vehicle repair station back here. Getting hit hard by that.
Reporting.
No, you're gonna die.
Moving out. Right away.
Watch, we're gonna bombard all these guys. Some horrible bombardment here. That was it? Oh, there we go. Alright,
Yes, Commander.
bombardment
Affirmative.
successful.
Brigade standing by.
Did I only save one of my tanks? I did. I'm gonna take it back and hold on to it so
Order
that I don't
acknowledged. Reporting.
altogether lose it.
Yes.
It's not good over here.
Moving
I'm
out.
getting
We'll back you up.
outnumbered. They got some heavy
Ready.
tanks in the vicinity.
Copy.
We're facing some pretty stiff resistance. Where's Master Sabaoth? I need Master Sabaoth down here. Got some infantry to carry forward here.
AT-AT ready.
Reporting.
Armor transport ready.
Alright, here comes Master Sabaoth. He can deal well with the infantry. He's not bad against vehicles, but he's particularly good
Reporting in. Heading
against
out.
infantry.
Roger that.
Order acknowledged.
Let's move up and make a capture
All
here.
out.
Fuzzy Wuzzy says, Air, what do you call a tree that has had too much root beer? Does it have something to do with, like, bargs? Like, barg and bark?
Yes, Commander.
Like, barg's root beer?
Order, sir.
I don't know. I'm thinking of things that it could be.
Awaiting your order.
I'm not sure I know. Fuzzy, thanks for the 5. Thanks for the support.
Reporting.
Appreciate what a big part of the channel you are. Thanks for being here tonight. Oh, it's trunk. It's had too much root beer, so it's shrunk. Okay, I thought maybe this was something like a play on bargs and bark, but I guess I was getting too brand specific there, and not just
Awaiting order.
thinking a little more straightforward. I like it.
Reporting.
Appreciate the jokes, Fuzzy. Get these infantry. And I'm gonna try to get this capture point. Boy, they are really bringing in some. Oh, they got a factory right here.
Bomber standing by.
Let's take out that factory because that's what's bringing in more and more reinforcements.
Ready.
Commencing bombing run.
Come on, bombers, knock it down.
Target locked.
There we go. All right, so we should run into significantly less reinforcements. I'm gonna have to shock all these infantry.
Affirmative.
Wow, there's a ton of infantry. I think it's locals. But Master Sabaoth is handling it all just fine.
Reporting.
Okay, how are we doing here? I need some
Yes,
infantry
sir.
to come capture this next
Squad,
point.
roll
Let's
out.
start calling in some reinforcements. Bring in some
Moving to
artillery. Let's bring in some
Advancing.
troopers and some
Moving
army
out.
troopers. Alright, there we go. Let's
Yes,
take our
Commander.
walker and knock
Weapon
out that
armed.
turret. Looks like we're in
Building
control
under
of that.
construction.
Awesome.
Roger. Reporting in.
Should be able to move in and knock out the rest of the planetary defenses here. Let's push forward.
Ready.
Form up.
AT-AT
Let's
ready.
bring this AT-AT over here and get ready to kick some booty.
Construction
Move out.
complete. Repair station
All right.
constructing.
Being a little overly cautious
orders.
with my
Standing by.
AT-ATs.
Commencing attack.
Copy. I copy.
Alright, there we go.
Armor transport ready.
Shooting up the barracks, so that should be the... yeah, no more infantry reinforcements for
Walker
them.
moving to attack. Reporting in.
And my other AT-AT is working on these buildings. Nice. Air, I think it's time for your old dad jokes. I'm so lame as an old dad that I don't even really have dad jokes.
Targeting at maximum.
I'm on like a permanent plane of lameness. That's how it works around here. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about... Anybody else excited about what they saw from Mortal Empires today? Excited? Concerned? Happy?
Order acknowledged.
What do you all think? Anybody else have any thoughts on the
Awaiting
Mortal
your
Empires information we got?
Let's go.
Personally, I thought it was exciting, but you don't have to agree with me. Would love to hear what people were thinking, because It's always good to be able to hear some perspective in case mine's way off. Have you read any of the newer Thrawn trilogies post-Disney acquisition? I read both. Most recently, I finished reading the one that was about Thrawn when he was still in the Chiss Ascendancy. I really liked it. I thought they were very good. Timothy Zahn, of course, was the one who created Thrawn's character, and
Construction
he
complete.
didn't have any
Building
problem
under
continuing
construction.
that character. I felt like he did an excellent job. Very much
Building
enjoyed it.
under
The
construction.
fact that maybe my favorite Thrawn trilogy was
Construction
the
complete.
newest one they made of, telling about his ascendancy and how he ended up in the Empire. The one where he was in the Empire wasn't bad. It was pretty good. But I really liked the most recent one. Regina says, I can't wait. Yeah, me either. No, they didn't release Immortal Empires
Tactical
today.
battle imminent.
But they did give us a blog detailing some of the things that they've been working on. And there was more there than I thought. Like, for instance, one of the things I remember them mentioning in the blog was like some kind of corruption rework, I think they said. Or here, you know what? I'll just pull it up real quick and share it. Let me pause the
Construction
game
complete.
fast and tab over to my web. Oh, was going to bed. Where's your brother? Good, okay. Night. All right, yeah, the boys are coming in to tell me good night there. Let's see. I'm going to get the web page pulled up. Well, that's so weird. Hold on, give me just a second. I'm getting it fixed up. Total War. Their blog real quick. And let me get my broadcaster switched over to display capture. Okay. Y'all should be able to see my screen now. Yeah, the little Air Juniors were headed to bed, so they're coming in to say goodnight. So yeah, here's what they released. And they're not wrong here when they say it's the most anticipated game mode. It absolutely is, and that's part of the reason why they're getting absolutely crushed in terms of excitement around the game right now, because people just aren't excited without it. Why do I look so bright? Oh, it's because the screen made me brighter, because now it's white instead of black background. I'm going to turn my lights down a little bit so it won't be quite so translucent. But in any case, the things that they bring out here, they said they're going to roll out a beta version of the game in August. They said, don't worry, we'll explain what we mean by beta. Let's jump to that real quick so that we understand. It says why we're calling it a beta. When it arrives in August, you'll notice that it initially appears with a beta tag until such time as we feel it no longer applies. So basically what they're telling you is that they're going to give you a playable product. It's going to need work. They're probably going to want feedback. They're going to have to work some bugs and kinks out, and I'm guessing that's why they're calling it a beta. But I think they're worried that if they wait until it's polished to a point where they might not want to call it a beta, that no one will ever come back. So my guess is that they're trying to, call it a beta. It says, so how long till it is fully playable, blah, 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 blah. It says, in order to create the game mode, development team. So they basically give you a whole lot of, says it's just a port of content from one game to another. It says it isn't just a port of content. So it says lighting across battle maps is more advanced in Warhammer 3, so it takes time to get all the older environments reauthored. It says achieving parity across other details such as UI, character models, VFX, audio, general game balance. It says corruption is also big. We changed how it works quite fundamentally in Warhammer 3, and we're doing even more to improve it in Immortal Empires. So I think what was good about this is that even though I don't like the timeline of the roadmap, and I wish we hadn't ended up with it, they gave us the roadmap. They're sticking to the roadmap for now. That's great. They need to deliver on what they said. And then in Immortal Empires, you're going to get all the legendary lords, so all 86. They say Be'lakor is now a legendary lord with his own faction. That's cool. Dedicated factions for another, and this is one of the things that I brought up. I said it'd be great if they added in dedicated starts, and sure enough, they're going to do it. It says new starting locations for 29 of the older lords. So another thing we mentioned that might be cool is if they look at the starting positions of all the legend, and apparently they are, because they're going to give some of them new starting positions. Obviously, probably trying to improve the way that they play. This one I didn't expect at all, but they say it improved personal faction mechanics. So that's a bonus. Like, I wouldn't have expected this at all, and that's great. Remember, though, my whole point in that video that I made, what it would take to fix the game and bring people back, is they're going to have to go big. You're going to have to go real big. You're going to have to blow people away with all the things you do and all the content you add, or else it's just not going to be any good. And this is great. This is good to hear. They said a new sea lanes feature, which allows you to move armies between distant lands and continents. So again, this is also really cool. It kind of reminds me of what you could do in Empire Total War, where you would enter a thing at the side of the map, and you can traverse to another part of the map. Except in Empire, it was kind of like 3 separate maps. It'll all be one map, but that would allow you to not get stuck, on the very western half of the map and have to travel all the way to the eastern half. So that's a cool feature. I like that. Dynamic endgame scenarios. This is really cool too, to where it's not just the same generic endgame challenge. Don't get me wrong, they improved the Chaos Invasion in Mortal Empires, and that was nice. But again, you can't just release the same Mortal Empires in Game 3. It's got to be better. And this sounds better. Revamped victory conditions. It says most players don't end up finishing campaigns. We want to give them better reasons and a greater level of satisfaction. So this is also a great thing. Corruption rework. Players will have new tools for spreading or reducing corruption through more active use. So again, great. Give me more reasons to play the game. And then this one's huge. 8-player multiplayer. That's going to be insane. So this is exciting, folks. And the reason I say it's exciting is I just happened to make this video the other day talking about how I think they could repopulate the game, and this is a great start in that direction. I think all you're going to need beyond this is, I mentioned also that I think they've got to throw in a ton of free content, and in a way, some of this is that, right? So reworking these lords that needed a unique start and putting other lords in a new place, that is technically new content because they're adding more that wasn't there before, but hopefully they'll add a whole lot of, I don't know, like new units or something. They need to rework some of the old world factions. I feel like dwarves need some work. Everybody thinks Norska needs work. Everybody thinks Chaos needs work. They'll probably do that. We don't hear anything about that here. But again, this is pretty early on. They may be holding out for more. But I think this is a great start towards providing the things that they're going to need in order to make sure that this game is just as successful as Game 2. So anyway, this was very exciting to see. I was very happy to see it. Hopefully you all were happy to see it too. This is some much needed good news, in my opinion, in the world of Warhammer 3 right now, which hasn't had a ton of great news since launch. So to me, that was definitely some good news. Some news that was needed.
If you insist.
You all can tell me what you think. Be'lakor faction, yeah, Legamus is excited for that. Survivor says, where Khalida and Emmerich starts, I feel like that area is overcrowded. Yeah, they may redo them, because they said that 29 of them were apparently getting a new start position. Hey, we get a chance to fight that guy's huge ship, so this is going to be awesome. So yeah, I think it's great. Different end conditions, reworked campaign victory. That is all exciting stuff. Because I agree with them. A lot of players don't finish the campaigns, and give us a reason to finish.
Roger
give us a
that.
reason to keep playing
Right
each
away.
one. And I think they're making
Moving
the
out.
right moves.
Heading out.
Or at least
Location
trying
set.
to, right?
Head to
I don't know
that
what the
area.
execution will look like, but in theory, the things they're saying sound good to me, and sound like
Form up.
moves that
Coordinates
should be made,
received.
quite frankly. So I'm excited. very, very pleased to see the good news.
Transmission confirmed.
And I had to make that video where I was negative because, quite frankly, there was
There they
nothing to be
are.
positive about. But now there is,
On the double.
and so I'm
Proceed
very
in that
happy to
direction.
be positive. I
Choose your
like being
reinforcements.
positive. It's where I feel more
Indeed.
at home and natural. But
Coming around.
yeah, that
Position.
can't lie about something that's blatantly
Heading to
obvious
destination.
either. So, oh, they're trying to hyperspace. Lock them down. Lock them
Yes,
down. Lock them down.
Commander.
Retreat aborted.
Okay, there we go. We lock down their hyperspace jump. There'll be no
This way.
escaping. Some Lancer frigates
Location
up here.
confirmed.
Cover
Four.
against fighters. Bring my dreadnoughts in
All
from the
ahead.
flank.
Engines to full. Moving. All ahead. Engines to full.
A couple more
Let's go.
Lancers.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Let's bring in
We're
some
moving out. Move out. We shall be there
more
shortly.
destroyers from this flank. Put some
Underway.
Corvettes up here to help
Moving into
cover them.
position.
Await
Fighters.
your orders.
I'm on them.
Our
Stay in
target
formation.
priority is
All right,
the laser
so we've
cannon.
definitely got them outgunned now.
Awaiting your command. Your command, sir.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Got these
Captain here.
I'll take care of this.
rebel scum where I want them, and their giant Hoover ship is
Get behind
in
them.
big trouble too. There goes the
Target locked.
Moncal Star Cruiser.
Eliminating target.
The lasers
Closing
are
on
our
target.
target.
What
That was
is
very
your
Thrawn-esque there too. Like we came in, locked them down with the
Facing in your
interdictor
direction.
cruiser,
Narrowing position.
came in flanking.
Cruiser locking on.
Tightening up.
I don't know what some of these ships are. Let's check them out.
Let's finish
I
him.
got fighters on me.
Location confirmed.
Looks like some kind of torpedo ship, maybe. Wow, this is a big, tough ship. It's taken a savage beating here. Survived for quite a long time. Had 6 dreadnoughts behind it.
Enemy has been defeated.
I feel like over half the people that finished Mortal Empires campaigns were achievement hunters. Yeah, for sure. And giving people reasons besides just achievement hunting. And don't get me wrong, I think achievement hunting's fine. It's great to throw some achievements in there. In fact, I wish Total War would kind of get to like a weekly achievement type thing. Like, it's one of the reasons
Construction
why, for the longest time, I feel like they need to add like
Building.
aesthetic
Building.
stuff into the game.
Construction.
Because think about it, if you had aesthetics, I mean, it's Warhammer. What do you do in tabletop Warhammer? Well, you build armies,
Construction.
I knew you would
personalize
say
them,
that.
you paint them. Why in the world isn't that in the game? You know what I mean? Like, that should be in the game. That is
Construction
Warhammer.
complete.
Construction complete.
That's how it works. So I feel like that is an unfortunate miss. And if they
Tactical
would
battle
add it,
imminent.
then they could put in a cool system like you had in Halo the Master Chief Collection or like an Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. It's like the weekly challenges feature. Like you come in, there's a season, there's, you know, hey, go accomplish this and you get this reward. Go accomplish this, you get this reward. They could have like cool color patterns that you could apply to your troops on the campaign map and different colors to unlock. What would be cool is if they allow you to unlock them using those challenges. And make it, you know, fun and fair to unlock. But then they could also make it a store in case someone just is stupid enough to dump their money on it or doesn't have time and wants to dump their money on it. I don't want aggressive microtransactions in Total War. I'm just saying they could do that as a way to make extra revenue as long as they had a good way for unlocking it through gameplay as well. And so I think it'd be fun because it'd pull you back in. It's like,
Waiting
oh, hey,
orders.
what's the weekly
Course
challenges
set.
this week? You
Instructions
know,
received.
what campaign should
Engines
I play
activated.
in order to
Choose your
accomplish this challenge? Like,
reinforcements.
make it
Copy.
fun, and then you get to then get something from. So, like a Master Chief Collection, you unlock different armor pieces or gun customizations,
Copy.
and stuff like that. And they could add in Warhammer
Location
3, you know,
plotted.
like different unit. What do you want to call it? Unit colorings and patterns and stuff
Reporting.
like that.
Ion
You could then
engines
use in
primed.
campaign. You could apply it to a unit in campaign.
Yes,
You name
sir.
your unit. You give them a special color, and do whatever you want with it. I mean, it would just be freaking awesome. And I
Deploying
think it would
squadron.
help bring people back to play every week.
Right away.
Give them something to be excited about. But that's just my thoughts on it. I would love to
Moving
see
out.
that. It doesn't have
Yes,
to be
Commander.
immediately because that would be very
Enemy is
new.
approaching.
But it's something that I do wish that they would add before the game gets to its end of life.
That will do. Setting course.
In case they try and
Right
retreat,
away.
I'm going to bring in my interdictor.
Moving out.
I'm gonna use a similar strategy. We got some big boy ships
All
up here.
ahead. Engines to full. Moving. All ahead.
Heading out. All out. Let's move out.
Advancing.
Some
This way.
Lancers mixed in here.
Location confirmed. Fall out.
Roger that. Form up.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Heavy cruisers in.
Destroyer here.
Quite a few Mon Cal Star
Ready for the
Cruisers.
kill.
That makes sense because we're fighting above Mon Calamari.
Weapons ready.
Block their retreat.
Copy. Take out the iron cannons.
Orders, sir.
My ties out hunting targets.
Command, sir.
Bomber
All right.
squadron reporting.
So I'm going after this huge Mon Cal cruiser. I think I've got a bunch of fighter.
Instructions received.
Send those out to hunt enemy fighters. The Mon Cal Star Cruisers have very tough shields and a good amount of ion cannons. They can be fairly threatening, but I've got them outgunned, I hope, relatively significantly.
Enemies in range. Target locked.
These Lancers are really good at picking up fighters. I'm going to keep using them.
Eliminating target.
Seem very
Watch your
useful.
back.
Like this one over here is getting a little bit roasted, though.
Cruiser ready.
Or no, that's an enemy Corvette. my
Coming
bad.
around.
Engaging the enemy. Target locked.
Alright, we got the giant Mon Cal Star Cruiser.
You have need of my skills?
Let's push forward and take
Those
out their
torpedo
space
launchers
station.
must be destroyed.
Ready. I've got,
Got
them
most
in
of my
sights.
ties
Copy.
hunting
Coming
targets.
back around
We've
for
got them on
another run.
scopes.
Getting a lock.
Get my dreadnoughts and
Attack
Star
commencing.
Destroyer here.
Taking fire.
Star Destroyer
Intercepting.
standing by.
I love how,
Commander,
oh
they're
wow,
getting
yeah,
us
they've
in.
got a number
Ready,
of
go.
Mon Cal Star Cruisers left and then a
Excellent
huge
shot.
shipyard back here.
I'm on them.
These shipyards will soon be
Stay in
ours, though.
formation.
Star
I'm on this
Destroyer
one.
reporting in.
I've detected.
Heavy cruiser
Yes,
standing
dear.
by.
There is some significant fighter action
way.
over here. Bring
Location
in a couple
confirmed.
more Lancer frigates and some other Corvettes and see if that'll help clear out some of that fighter cover.
Target critical.
Locking on. Enemies in range.
I already have a plan.
Was shooting the space
Yes,
station. I'm
Commander.
gonna start firing back.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting your orders.
Under control.
Coming around.
Attack.
Watch out. He's coming around.
Start focusing some of these large Star Cruisers,
Back around for another
Ready
run.
for
I'll take
orders.
care
my
of
bombers, and send
Setting
them
up
towards
my
the base.
Closing
Getting
on target. About to
Intercepting.
be destroyed.
All right,
Pursuing enemy
Target
forces.
locked. Got him.
He's headed your
Eliminating
direction. Target locked.
Fire.
No
take a
way.
look at the overall
Position.
picture.
Falling out of formation.
Looks like all my capital ships are in good condition.
Excellent shot.
We're overpowering a relatively significant defense here.
Nowhere to go. I got one. Taking him out.
I mean, this is one of the biggest fleet actions we've had so far in the campaign.
Enemies in
I'm on this
range.
one.
Target locked.
Tightening up. Under control.
Mon Cal Star Cruisers have some significant damage that they can absorb before they go
All
down.
guns.
Get behind them.
Station's taking significant
finish him.
damage as well.
Open
Eliminating
fire.
target.
Reporting in.
Stay on target. That's right, Legamus. Stay on target. Thanks for being a channel supporter, Legamus.
I have
Marcus says I would also like
him.
the option
He's
to
coming
turn off
around.
challenges. Sure. I mean, I'm all for player customization.
Firing turbo lasers.
Watch your
I've
back.
got him.
Excellent shot.
You have to say it at least a dozen times to stay on target. Yeah, for sure.
Intercepting. Returning to your position.
Gina says, as long as the challenges aren't too specific, I would prefer
won't be
win
around
X
much
number of
longer.
battles or something and not play as this faction. Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna have a play as this faction thing, that's fine as long as it's like maybe one piece. But I agree, Regina. There should be stuff like kill X number of enemies in battle this
critical.
week.
Enemies in range.
Kill X number of enemies using missile units. Kill X number of enemies using
About to
magic.
be destroyed.
Like it could do
Taking
stuff
him
like
out.
that.
Got them in my sights.
That's a little more generic.
Roger that. Attacking target.
He's headed your direction.
Obtain a campaign victory. Obtain a culture victory. Like
Another attack.
confederate
Eliminating
all of the
target.
factions
Being targeted.
for your race.
Narrowing
You know,
position.
they could have like different
Engaging
challenges like that. It would be a lot of fun.
My scopes are jammed.
Michael says the victory ones, if they still have shield penetrating
I'm on
concussion
this one.
missiles, are either good at handling swarms of fighters or blasting through Mon Cal shields. That's a good point. I don't have a lot of victory Star Destroyers.
Target under control. Watch
It does
him.
have
He's
missile
coming around.
payloads. So I need to maybe build more
Return to your
victory
position.
cruisers then.
Tightening
Thanks
up.
for the reminder and the tip.
I'll take care of this.
Where'd he go?
Shields almost gone.
Alright, so the rebels can't retreat because I've got the gravity wells turned on on our interdictor cruiser. Our fighters are mopping up the last rebel fighters.
I'm on them.
That was a significant battle and a fun one,
Falling out of
in
formation.
my opinion. That was a good one.
Them.
I got one.
Locking on. Enemies in
Closing on
range.
target.
Cover me now.
What are some of your
Target
favorite
locked.
ships in the Star Wars universe? So I am very
I have
fond
them now.
the TIE Defender, the A-Wing, and the B-Wing. As far as starfighters go, I'm not as fond as all the capital ships, but I mean, Star Destroyers do have this really cool aura to them.
Eliminating
The
target.
Mon-Cal ships have a really cool-looking design, in my opinion, very unique. But yeah, I really love A-Wings, B-Wings, and TIE Defenders.
I'm on them.
I used to play the old Star Wars TIE Fighter game on DOS.
TIE interceptor
It's like one of
here.
the first games I had that could use a CD,
Watch
I
your
think.
back.
It was tons of fun.
Intercepting.
Losing control.
You ever play the Awakening the
enemy
Rebellion
forces.
mod? There are some really cool Corellian cruisers with
Taking
siege
him
layers.
out.
That does sound
He
fun.
won't be around much longer. Engaging the enemy. I'm on this one.
Rebellion mod. Okay, so who's... Oh, they have some platforms. Let's...
Batteries online. Navigating
over
to
here, these
coordinates.
platforms.
Form up. Order confirmed.
Interceptor squad reporting. Heading out.
Roger that.
I don't know what this guy's chasing. Oh, there's like a little...
Attack run.
It's not a platform, that's like a transport ship.
Orders, sir. Commencing attack run.
Oh boy, yeah, he's tearing it apart. There we go. Yeah, they had a couple of small transports, is what it looks like. Yeah, there's another one there. My larger ships probably
Target
won't be
here.
able to catch up from
Enemies
speed.
in range.
Ready for
So we need to
command,
bring our
sir.
fighters in.
Changing course to intercept.
Warm up.
What are you doing, TIE fighters? Get over here.
Location plotted.
Frequency open.
I've got them in
Alright,
my
we've
sights.
almost taken out this transport ship.
Watch for enemy ships.
There's one last one over there. Can you zoom in on the different ships that you said you like? Yeah, there's not all of them here right now. I don't have any TIE Defenders here, unfortunately.
Awaiting orders.
I think you can get them in this
Ion
campaign,
engines
but I have to
primed.
unlock it with some kind of story or something like
Deploy
that.
Squadron standing
TIE
by.
Defenders were definitely a
Acquiring
Thrawn
target.
thing.
Advancing on target.
Otherwise, I killed all the A-Wings.
Are victorious.
So unfortunately, can't zoom in on them right now. Starfighter games on GameCube was a lot of fun. Yeah, like the Star Wars fighter games. Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Wow, they had, look at that, 2 MC-40s, 2 MC-80s, MC-80 Home 1 type, MC-30s, Golan Starbase, Dreadnought Shipyard. Boy, they were loaded back here. We're absolutely loaded. Drop in some patrol crafts to quickly kill those routing units. Yeah, okay, that makes sense because they're a little bit quicker. Good point. I'll have to make sure and use them. Speaking of, I want to go get some ships being built. I had been building some. Back to Coruscant. Was it Coruscant where I was building some ships? Yeah, we can build some victory cruisers here.
Unit in production.
Victory 1 is the missile payload. Like a mini ISD. Okay, that's not the one we want. We want the ones with the missile
Unit
payloads. So
canceled.
let's get some Victory
Vehicle
1s.
in production. Vehicle in production.
Coruscant.
Vehicle in production.
Train
Unit
some
in production.
walkers and stuff here.
Constructing
Some
unit. Unit in production.
meters, drop ships. That ought to be fun. And I'm trying to remember where else I had shipyards. Make what I want. This will work. So we patrol craft
Constructing unit.
and lancer frigates.
Vehicle in production.
There we go. We'll move those over to join us. Super Star Destroyer. Can we build it? No, we can't build any Super Star Destroyers, I don't think. Maybe, unless we can build it at the Moncal shipyard we just stole.
Unit cancelled. Unit in production.
Oh, if we can build a dreadnought-sized ship at the Moncal shipyard, maybe we can. I don't know. We'll have to build up its defenses high enough. We gotta capture it on the ground first. I go back here to Bimasari and bring my army in. Let's see. Game. Want these extra Nogri to come join me.
IPV reporting. IPV reporting.
Let's see, I had some troops here. Let's get them to come join me.
IPV reporting. Destination set.
Alright, so I've got some additional ground forces coming
Construction
in.
complete.
Lancer frigate reporting.
Cruiser reporting.
Got my victory ones.
Frigate
That's
here.
frigates.
Vehicle in production.
Or Lancer frigates. It looks like we're just waiting on a
Construction
few more of our
complete.
army troops to show up. We're almost done there.
Lancer frigate reporting.
Build a bigger star
Constructing.
base. Alright, we've got our troops together. Let's head over to Mon.
Cruiser reporting.
Frigate here.
Building started.
Check some of these recent conquered
Constructing.
places and upgrade their space defenses.
Building under construction.
Building,
Building
under construction.
Okay, there we go. Put some of our credits to use. We got a ton of them. Alright, let's go
Invasion
invade Mon
commencing.
Calamari. Begin the invasion. I don't know why the bot's not working, Marcus. It should be, but it's not. Rebel ships look like poop except for their fighters. Imperial ships look quite good. Yeah, I mean, the Imperial capital ships definitely have it going on. Like, there's no doubt that they got way more style and swagger. Than the, but I agree, like, the Rebels had some cool starfighters. It definitely had some good starfighters. Oh, Luke's here, and Mon Mothma. So Master Sabaoth gets
Choose your
to
reinforcements.
face Luke. I wonder if my flyers will just get shot down. It seems like every time I bring them, they do. Let's go ahead and bring in some AT-AT help.
Complete.
Destination set.
I lost my tank battalion, unfortunately. Need to get some more tanks set up. Until then, I'll just use more troopers.
Advancing.
Bring in some artillery.
Moving to destination.
Artillery's not bad.
Yes, Commander.
Over here, I'm going to set up a vehicle repair depot just in case I need a place to fall back to with my walkers. Start moving forward. Back, let's take Master Sabaoth and start scouting ahead.
Copy.
Start walking.
Keep going.
AT-ATs in that direction. They're slow.
way.
It's going to take them a while to get there.
Orders, sir. Right away, sir. Squad, advance.
Repair station constructing.
Reporting. On my way.
Okay.
Awaiting
Move
orders.
Forward.
Turret constructing.
Ready. Move out.
Turret constructing.
Excellent. All right.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Keep the
complete.
units
The
moving.
enemy has been spotted.
And Master Sabaoth's found him. This dude almost can't be hurt in melee. It's pretty awesome.
Construction complete. We've secured an abandoned mining facility. Mining facility destroyed.
Alright, Master Sabaoth's getting them. Our AT-ATs
Reporting. Fire.
should be more than the enemy can handle here. Wow, there's a lot of infantry up.
Yes, Commander. Open fire.
It's Skywalker. Approach with caution.
Alright, where's Skywalker? Okay, here he is back here. We got quite the fight going on.
Building under construction.
Alright, we gotta take out Skywalker. Alright, so Sabaoth versus Skywalker.
Bombing run available.
Did he already kill him? Or did Luke get away? Luke must have had some kind of like disappear mechanic or something, like he got away or something. We had started fighting him.
Ready.
I'm gonna deploy the artillery
Right away.
trooper battalions up. But we are up against some stiff resistance here. I'm gonna need a
Reporting in.
vehicle repair.
Reporting.
Roger that.
Okay, well we've got a foothold. I'm pretty confident about that. Our artillery has been deployed. There's Luke again.
Form up. Spreading out.
My troopers to spread out and just kind of cover some ground and spot for artillery.
Yes, Commander.
They destroyed my
Repair station.
repair
Over
station,
there.
of course.
AT-AT
We're chasing Luke. So Luke's running around behind us. I wonder how, I mean, I don't know if Rook would do good against Luke, but at
Absolutely.
least if he died, he dies in combat against Luke. Let's send some
At
Nogri
once.
assassins after Luke.
Absolutely. At once.
Base is under attack.
Armored transport ready.
Copy.
Reporting in. Attack that target. Attacking target.
Let's see if we can spot Luke again. Got my Nogri assassins to go after him.
All right, men. Take cover.
Roger that. Acknowledged.
Need to keep these. Nope, oh, nope. Easy, Master Sabaoth. Need your covering capabilities. Alright, here's my Nogri assassins and Root.
Yes, sir.
Is that Luke? Yeah, there he is. Get him!
Target established.
Alright, my Nogri have a sprint ability.
Will be no more.
Okay, he's still back here. Sweet, get him! Yes! Rook and his Nogri assassins take down Luke Skywalker. How epic.
Form up.
Alright. So Luke Skywalker is no more. Now we just gotta go after
Awaiting
Mothma.
your orders. Destination set.
Actually bring in some speeders.
Reinforcements en route.
Copy. Proceeding to target. On my way, sir.
Reporting. Order acknowledged.
They've got a lot of infantry coming in this way.
Base is under attack.
Yes, Commander.
Run some infantry up front. Darth Lubu confirmed? Probably. Broken Sky, thanks for joining in. We will be slaying some rebels. Hope y'all are enjoying the stream so far. This is like a great bombardment opportunity. Oh, what this big thing is, that's huge. I was wondering for a second if that was
Order,
Mothma's special
Reporting. Fire
vehicle or
at will.
something.
Attacking.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Chase them, troopers. Get them.
Yes, sir.
Standing by. Scouting location. Executing flight.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative, sir. Targeting.
Oh, they got anti-air capability. We're getting smoked.
Destroyed.
That was not ideal.
Unit destroyed.
Reporting. Yes, Commander.
Oh man, we're getting hosed.
Additional garrison on the way.
They've got very substantial threat up at this. I may lose an AT-AT. Hopefully not. I'm trying to bring in some reinforcements.
Awaiting your orders. You may start your approach. I will cover
We're moving.
your orders, Commander. Acknowledged. Excellent suggestion.
Awaiting order.
Our AT-ATs are a little bit burned up, but let's see what we can do. I've got Master Sabaoth coming in. Hopefully he can clean out infantry. I'm gonna use him to try and clean up some infantry. We are getting hit hard.
AT-AT destroyed.
Yeah, we just lost an AT-AT.
Armored
That
transport
sucks.
Target acquired.
Moving to secondary position.
Holy cow, man. They are
I am
They are
ready.
stacked up in
Destination
here.
is acknowledged.
Reporting in.
What is your order? As you command.
Roger that. Commencing attack.
Might lose more AT-ATs. I'm gonna
On my
bring
way,
more
sir.
in.
At maximum
Destination
unit
set.
capacity.
Probably gonna lose that one as well. I'm training some new ones though, so we should be okay. See if I can get in here and clear out this turret with Master Savaoth. This is one of the more substantial ground defenses I've seen the New Republic, or sorry, the Rebels be able to mount. It's
Awaiting
honestly
your orders.
pretty impressive.
Walker
Fun.
moving out.
We'll cover you.
We're up
Copy.
against some pretty substantial
As you wish,
defenses,
General.
Standing by. I anticipate.
but we are breaking them.
Ready.
Now let's keep clearing out the infantry. Look at these Mon Cal coming to fight me.
Base is under attack. Constructed.
Okay,
Ready
we've
for
gained
order.
control of this point. There's a victory point just up ahead.
Moving to that area, sir.
Got more walkers
I
on the
copy.
way. I've got Rook and his men, but I don't want to get them
Right
killed.
away.
A little bit
I'm here,
hesitant.
sir.
Run Rook up here.
Reporting in, sir.
I'm gonna push ahead here.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Or bring in some bombardment support here.
Moving to coordinates.
Brutal battle here on Mon
Ready
Calamari.
to receive your transmission.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Weapons armed.
This mod has some good action, and the graphics are improved quite a bit over the base game as well. Okay, let's get Master Savaoth.
Reporting in.
Try and capture this point.
Artillery
Bring up our
online.
artillery support.
Roger that.
Looks like we are well in control of things now. After a pretty brutal initial fight. What's going on, Thane? Thanks for joining. There's more Texas Rangers on the way? Yeah. Establish the galactic mandate of heaven? We will, Broken Sky, we will.
Warm up.
I've got a lot of troopers in here now.
Repair station constructing.
They always shoot the building that you're trying to build. They're like desperate to stop it from getting made. I'm capturing a victory point.
Reporting.
To be able to
Heading
gain
out.
victory.
Copy.
Some part of me doesn't
I am
want
en
to
route.
though, because I want the chance to kill Mothma. She's probably in her Senate building. Rindali Star Drive? That's cool. It's like the headquarters.
Construction.
Rindali Star Drive was the one who built the Katana,
Targeting at maximum
the
fire.
Dark Force, or the Dreadnoughts that Thrawn was attempting to get a hold of. I believe he did get a hold of most of them. Okay, I believe we have
Ready. All
basically
out.
captured the
Awaiting your
victory
orders.
point. Oh, our hero AT-AT is getting thrashed up pretty bad.
Coordinates received.
Let's give him some help.
Ready to receive orders.
I don't want to lose that unit because he's a
Initiate
hero
bombing.
Armored
unit.
transport ready.
Target locked.
Alright, so we cleared it out.
I am ready.
Targets engaged.
The enemy
There we go.
defeated.
Victory. Didn't know the rebels had heavy vehicles. They do. And they're the New Republic technically in this game too. But yeah, they definitely have heavy vehicles. They're not as
Planetary
good
control
as the
achieved.
Imperial ones, but they're good. We killed Luke Skywalker.
Construction
So
complete.
the the New
Cruiser
Hope is
reporting.
now
Building
a hope
started.
of the past.
Construction
And
complete.
rebuild Rendali Star Drive, which is cool. Do
Constructed.
that, and let's get the
Building
shipyards
under
constructing.
construction.
So, man, that's awesome. So, we got to take over some new shipyards. Let's take Thrawn's fleet. Go find our next target while we start to build up Muncal. And where would be the next target? This is a neutral world
Construction
here,
complete.
I believe.
Consider it
Capture
done.
it.
Cruiser
AT-AT
reporting.
ready.
Construction
Right, Master
complete.
Sabaoth up here. All our forces off the ground.
Construction complete.
Construction on the
Construction
way.
complete. Building
Building
under
started.
construction.
Hoping we can get some sick shipyards
Construction complete.
on Calamari. Let's bring these forces over to Coruscant. And get some more ground forces built.
Cruiser
Artillery
reporting.
online.
Unit in production.
ATSTs. Alright. Thrawn's fleet should be headed back in. Yeah, here they come, I
Construction
believe.
complete.
We're gonna head to this neutral world, Danan. We've captured this whole quadrant over here.
Construction complete.
Watch to time air. I think I'm still good on time. I've got until just after 10 o'clock my time, so I got another 40, 45 minutes or so. Oh, my dog's barking at something. Must have seen like a squirrel out the door or something. Enemy fleet about to invade Eridu? I don't know where that's at, but we got here first. This neutral planet needs an army to capture.
Construction complete.
Some more AT-ATs. Let's bring this army down here. Go back and look at Muncal. Building space stations. Rendali Star Drive. Let's see here. Let's put up a
Ready to go.
planetary shield generator. Hypervelocity gun would be a good
Building
investment
under
there. Make this a
construction.
very defensible planet.
Beginning construction.
Awesome. There we go. So Mon Calamari is going to be pretty well garrisoned. Wonder what kind of stuff we can build there too.
Ready to go.
Agent's battle cruiser. That's looking pretty sick.
Construction complete.
Even bigger than a ISDT. Let's
Vehicle
start
in
building
production.
a battle cruiser. All right. My army was here. We need to go ahead
Invasion
and
commencing.
take care of business. Where's Ezra, since he went with Thrawn and made him face Lightspeed? This was all made before that, and this is based on what is now technically Legends material, this mod is. Though I am excited to see what becomes of Thrawn in the Disney canon. I thought that it was honestly a little bit of bullcrap. Like, I think that at the end of Rebels, it would have been more cool if
Building
Thrawn just
started.
straight up defeated Ezra. Now, that said, Disney may be setting up some kind of show or something. As long as it's a good one, that's fine. Like, there's no way in heck, even with his magic space whales, that Ezra would have been able to take out Thrawn, so that really irritates me that they did that. However, the rest of his character in Rebels was spot on excellent. Calm, cool,
Construction complete.
calculated,
Repair station constructing.
intelligent. You know, he wasn't just some
Choose your
pushover,
reinforcements.
you know, loser of a bad
On my
guy
way,
who
sir.
gets killed every time the good
Destination
guys
set.
show up, right? He was a good character in Rebels, so I thought overall
Setting
they did a
course.
good job. So no huge complaints from me in terms of what they did with him in Rebels. I do wish that it
Construction
had been a
complete.
little different in the ending, but not a big deal. Yeah, Agent Callus was a fun character. I loved the Rebels show. I mean, the show was good. The characters were fun. I thought it was a great show overall. Very fun. And it was cool to see Thrawn in a show. And like I said, I didn't love the way they ended it with him. It wasn't awful. Just didn't love it.
Reporting in.
But it was very entertaining show.
Let's move out.
Fun to watch. My boys like it a lot. So yeah,
G2B
it was a good
over.
time. Mr. Sabaoth.
Turret constructing.
Yeah, overall, I was pretty darn happy with it.
Awaiting orders.
Darth Maul was great in Rebels. Yeah, I mean, all the characters were fun in Rebels, really.
Copy.
Honestly, the most annoying characters were probably the Inquisitors. I'm not a huge fan of the Inquisitors. Like, I know why Disney brought them in, but there's only ever 2 Sith.
Providing
And having
backup.
all these basically Sith running around with lightsabers is kind of contrary.
I copy.
I get why they do it, though. Like, you know, Darth Vader personally appearing in every episode, chasing them
D2B,
down and
copy.
constantly failing, or else it ruins your whole story arc, right? I get it. You can't do that.
Reporting.
So, I don't know.
Order acknowledged.
So I don't have, like, a huge issue with the Inquisitors. Like I said, I don't love them, but they're not bad. Maul got rid of them. Yes, he did. Starman, thanks for the 20. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for being such an awesome supporter of the channel, Starman. It is fantastic to have you here. Hope life is treating you good.
Building under construction.
How are things? Helicopter lightsabers. Yeah, it was a little bit ridiculous, but it was kind of a kid's show in some ways. And so it was probably fun for the kids to have that kind of stuff.
Turret constructing.
Order, sir.
So, yeah, overall, I thought Rebels was an excellent show. It was an excellent show.
Construction complete.
Moving to
Bombing
destination.
available.
I liked Clone Wars a whole lot as well. Clone Wars and Rebels were very well done.
What is your order?
So well done, in fact, that it makes the sequels that much more disappointing. And honestly, now you all don't have to feel the same way as me. I'm going to share my opinion here. Obi-Wan is just awful. Like, I quit watching it. It was so bad. Like, the characters don't match their character from lore. I don't like the story they've set up and the premise they've set up. I think it's bad.
Sir?
I just, the visual effects of Obi-Wan aren't good. The actors are great.
Yes, General.
I love
Moving
Ewan
on, sir.
McGregor and Hayden Christensen. They're awesome. I'm glad they were in a show because I like their characters a lot, but the show is very disappointing for me.
On my way, sir.
Very disappointing. Now, I hope that's not the case for you all. I hope you're watching it and enjoying it, because I don't like having things in Star Wars that I don't enjoy. It makes me upset, in fact. But for me, I can't even watch it. It's so bad. Like, story's not good. The characters don't match what they should.
Roger that.
Yes, I don't know. I'm not digging Obi-Wan. Boba Fett was okay, but it was really just kind of a teaser for the next Mando season. Wasn't anything hugely wrong with it. It just wasn't terribly exciting.
Awaiting your orders.
I thought Mandalorian was pretty good, all things considered. It was another one of those ones where Disney shows us that they are capable of making something, pretty good.
Copy.
So I'm
Let's
mixed
go.
when it comes to my
Keep
feelings on
Right behind you.
Star Wars stuff. Like, some of what Disney does is quite enjoyable.
This
I have a
way.
good time with
Come
it.
on, man,
Some of
this
what they
way.
do really irritates me and grinds my gears, as they would say on Family Guy.
away.
But yeah, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. But at least it's Star Wars content, right?
Well,
At least
it's
there's
you.
something there.
We've got your back.
So Vader throwing the tantrum has the same energy as Chief screaming his head off when punching an elite. Exactly, Regina. Exactly. They were turning Darth Vader into Kylo Ren.
Acknowledged.
And Kylo Ren, he is not. So I thought that they ruined Vader's character in the show, and they ruined Obi-Wan's character in the show. And I know what the defenses are. I get it. I disagree with the defense, but I understand it, right? So I understand the position people are coming from
I copy.
and how they defend it. Where I come from, though,
Cannon
unlike, say,
charge.
Obi-Wan,
We'll back you
is
up.
he is a Jedi Master. He sat on the council with the likes of Yoda, Mace Windu, and
Moving
all
out.
the rest. Kaida Mundi, all the others. Like, he is a Jedi Master. He doesn't just go and let his emotions suddenly take him over and turn him into a wreck like that. That doesn't happen. He's a Jedi. He's trained against. I understand people are saying, well, in the show, that's what happened. I know, and that's why I don't like it. Like, I think it's a bad story. There's no indication when Obi-Wan shows up in Rebels that he has been weak. There's no indication in Episode 4 that Obi-Wan has been completely out of touch with the Force. He didn't have to go dig up Luke's lightsaber out of the sand. He didn't have to do any of that stuff. he didn't throw tantrums and act weird and all that stuff. So they ruined the characters in the
We'll
show,
clear the way for
which
you.
is sad because the characters are awesome.
Reporting.
And
Over
the
there.
actors are awesome. So I don't blame the actors.
Squad, move out.
It's just bad writing,
Destination set.
which was the case
away,
with the
sir.
sequel movies, right? Just bad writing. That's all there is to it. The characters in the sequel movies could have been a lot of fun. And probably would have been, had they had a decent plot written for them, right? So, anyway, that's my opinion. You don't have to listen to me, though. You're just sharing my opinion. If you all enjoy the show, I'm happy for you, because
Reporting.
I understand. I would love to enjoy the show myself, but I just can't. The current state of it just doesn't do it for me.
Comlink active. Commencing bombing run.
They've seen Old Man Luke in the newer films and thought that's how Obi-Wan has to... Exactly. Like, they ruined Luke in the sequels, and they did the same thing with Obi-Wan. Darth Vader became Kylo Ren, and Obi-Wan became Old Man Luke from the sequels that we all hated. Like, why wasn't Luke awesome in the sequels? Luke was awesome in the other movies. Like, that is so frustrating. I don't understand why Disney does that. Why do you take an awesome character and intentionally make them suck?
Open fire.
I just don't get it. They have to change someone. Legend Luke was awesome. Yeah, exactly. Legend Leia was awesome, too. Now, Leia wasn't awful in the sequel movies, but everything else was.
Armor standing by.
Luke and Leia are awesome characters. Like, everybody would have been super excited with them. And to be honest, like, just at face value, like, the actor who played Finn, you know, Rey, Daisy Ridley, like, I don't like the story they wrote for Rey, but she would have made a cool character had they written a good story and a good actor and stuff like that. So again, my beef isn't with the actors or the characters per se. It's just really bad writing.
Planetary control achieved.
It's very, very poor writing. We swapped
Ready to
canons, sequels with Legend sequels. I mean, honestly, the Thrawn trilogy would have been a pretty freaking cool sequel movie to bring in. They could have tailored a few things, changed a few things. I get it, make it their own slightly. You know, of course, if someone's doing it right. Yeah, I mean, it would have been very interesting. Thrawn was a very competent villain, and would have been very frightening to see them face. And it was that way in the books, right? I mean, if you all haven't read the original Thrawn trilogy, you should go read it and then think about that for a minute and
That should
imagine
work
that
nicely.
being the sequel movies, and I think you'll be like, dang, you know, like this would have been pretty good. Would have been pretty good.
Construction complete.
Construction.
Wish the good guys had more strategists. Yeah, I mean, they could have. I mean, and there were cool characters in the Thrawn trilogy for the good guys, like Garm Bel Iblis was an interesting character. You had Borsk Phalia, whatever, causing all the issues in the council.
Complete.
There was definitely cool characters on both sides in the Thrawn trilogy. I think a lot of good characters would have been able to come out of it. But yeah, I thought Garm Bel Iblis would have made kind of like an interesting strategist. And of course, you had Admiral Akbar that was in the books. So yeah, anyway.
Ready for battle. Location set.
I think it would have made some great movies. Timothy Zahn
Get to
had
that
some
area.
good characters
Coordinates
in the
received.
books.
Transmission confirmed.
Kyle Katarn's solo movie, just saying. Yeah, that would have been fun too. Legamus says Kylo killing Han ruined it. Yeah,
Roger
that was
that.
also just more bad acting.
On the double.
Or, sorry, more bad writing. It's like you bring in Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher
Form up.
and Mark Hamill,
Proceeding
and
that
then
direction.
write a terrible story and ruin
Course
their
set.
characters. Like, what was the point? What was the point of paying them all that money and bringing them in just to wreck their character? You should have just made like a totally separate sequel trilogy somewhere. Like, so I don't get it. It was strange. The Thrawn trilogy should have been episodes 7, 8, 9. I agree.
Copy.
Absolutely should have been.
Choose your reinforcements.
I mean, I don't doubt that it's possible for someone to write something that was even better
Interesting
than the
tactic.
Thrawn trilogy, but the Thrawn trilogy was good.
Right
Would have
away.
made an awesome
Coming about.
sequels.
Let's go. Moving to
Would have had people on the edge of their seat if they weren't familiar with it, because
Weapons ready, sir.
it was definitely, I won't spoil the total plot in the book, but it was a It was a close finish. Let's say it that way.
Let's go.
It would have had you wondering whether the good guys were going to be able to pull it off.
Order confirmed. Coming around.
Lots of frigate reporting.
So yeah, it was good stuff. Alright, we've got superior firepower up here now. Let's move in.
Destroyer here.
Take my
Fire at
destroyers
will.
up and start working
Copy.
that space station. There is
Our
a
target priority
just
is the laser
furball
cannons.
of enemy fighters
I am available.
up
The
ahead of us.
lasers are our
Their
target.
fire. Copy. Attack formation.
I copy.
I'm gonna get all my fighters engaging that big furball. Just move my Lancer frigates
Location
up.
confirmed.
Weapons ready.
I need more
Go
Lancer
after the
frigates.
stragglers. Coming back
Fall
around
out.
for another run.
Let's go. This way.
Okay, I got more Lancer frigates up, so their fighters ought to be taking a beating.
Target critical.
Getting a lock.
Wow, that's so many enemy fighters.
Attack. He's about to be destroyed.
I'm gonna
He's headed
drop
your direction.
Reinforcements canceled.
Under control.
dreadnoughts in over here.
I got it. Intercepting.
Narrowing
Locking
position.
on.
Watch him. He's coming around.
Enemies in range.
Confirmed.
Control craft in here.
Right away. Moving out.
Returning to your
Right away.
position.
War vessels to help me out.
Dreadnought cruiser ready. Fire for effect.
Dang, man, we got a pretty intense battle going on. There are a lot of enemy fighters
I
up.
have them
Frigate
now.
here.
Target
Frequency
locked.
open. Lots of frigate reporting.
Taking fire. Eliminating target.
So many enemy fighters up.
Tightening up.
Fall out.
Trying to move my Lancer frigates forward.
Closing on target.
Yes, sir.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Yeah, there's just a massive furball of fighters going on over here.
Enemy forces.
IPV reporting.
I'm losing.
Taking him out.
Got a lot of TIE fighters up,
Let's
but
finish him.
some of my capital ships are getting a bit roasted.
I got it.
Report.
The Eviscerator's got his shields down,
Visual analysis.
but I think
Engaging
we're
the enemy.
catching up, and then my dreadnoughts are cutting through their base.
I'm on this one.
Guns at
He
the
won't
ready.
be around much
Going around
longer.
here.
I've got them in my sight.
Target critical.
I got one.
Awesome.
Star Destroyer.
Locking on.
report.
The Eviscerator shields are coming back
About
up.
to be destroyed.
Enemies in range.
Under control.
ready.
Watch him.
Target
He's coming around.
Awaiting
He's headed your direction.
targeting.
Narrowing
Awaiting
position.
another run.
Choose your position
Alright,
wisely.
Thrawn's moving forward.
Awaiting your command. Firing.
Course plotted.
Bring a couple of more cruisers
Moving
in.
Roger that. Form up.
Lay down some extra
Close on
firepower.
enemy.
Dreadnoughts finished off that star base.
Locked. Fire.
Whew! Boy, that was
Here.
a fight,
Let's
folks.
go.
Target locked.
Returning to your position.
Really wish this game would get a remake. Yeah, I know, it'd be pretty sweet. The people did great with the mods. It really did. Alright, so wow, that was a fight there. We managed to not take any losses too on top of it, so turn back to the Galactic. That was a heck of a fight right there. That was awesome. Love those huge battles.
Building started.
Okay, let's get back onto the ground. Maybe put a hyper
Constructing.
velocity gun in there.
Beginning
To invade
construction.
Corellia? Hope not. Mr. Sabaoth here. Units up here into space.
Construction complete.
Let's bring these
Arrival imminent.
both the... Okay. That was an awesome space battle.
Construction
Loving that one. Can't wait for
complete.
Total War Warhammer 3 domination mode with the Mortal
Heavy Star
Empires.
Destroyer awaiting
We
orders.
do great doing Sneaky Knight, Goblin Rush. Yeah, it will be fun. It'd be cool to see some of those builds, what they bring to the domination mode. And honestly, just seeing them all
Construction
come together, whether
complete.
it's domination
Invasion
mode
commencing.
or traditional or not, should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Forgot to turn the brightness back just a little bit. All right. Really wish this game, yeah, the game definitely needs a remake. People talking about whether or not Adam Driver was a good Kylo Ren. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was Adam Driver that did anything wrong for me. To me, it was just the character Kylo Ren was written poorly. It just wasn't good. So, again, for me, it was just a writing thing. Like, I mean, were there better actors? Could there have been? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know anything about acting. Hard for me to say, but I just know when I sit there and listen to the story, see the characters, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's just not convincing, not exciting. That was my biggest problem with those, was that
Right away.
it just wasn't interesting characters.
Construction complete.
Foot of Gork is a foot. Yeah. Foot of Gork is going to be brutal in capture points. Like, if you're standing in a capture point just trying to hold it, you got Foot of Gork. Yeah, it can get ugly. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love Star Wars. Like, despite some of my frustrations with the things Disney done with Star Wars, I still love it. My boys love it. They love Lego Star Wars. They love all of it. Like, it's fun.
Inbound.
It's fun. Looking forward to Total War Warhammer 3 and being able to summon a bloated corpse. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah, just here we go. Let's get into things. My chariot vehicles are too fast. I don't want them to get too far ahead of each other. Else they'll get wrecked.
Roger that.
Got some speeders after us. Some light vehicles. Already some fairly significant. Oh my gosh, they have a huge artillery platform. Wreck it. Woo! There we go, got it.
Armored transport ready.
That was a little scary there for a moment. Mr. Sabayoff is now some buildings.
Reporting in. Proceeding to target.
Let's keep moving our forces forward. Try and take out their capture point here. Well done, Master Sabayoff. Don't want to lose my chariots.
Course plotted.
Let unit back. Alright, we got a capture point here.
Roger that. Attacking target.
Base is under attack.
You're attacking my base, jerk.
Warm up.
Turn around and shoot that.
Awaiting your orders. Fire at will.
Take it out before it takes us out.
Point contested. Bombing run
Master Sabayoff, I need you down here. They're trying to take my capture point back. Okay, let's get a vehicle repair station set up. Whew, boy, these rebel scum just aren't giving up easy.
repair station
On my way, sir.
Alright, let's get some more help down.
Destination set. Heading out.
Try some of these units I haven't done before. Alright, there we go. Some good old force lightning.
I copy.
Get some heals done on my
Reporting.
AT-AT. Got a planetary shield generator. That'll be good to take that out, because then we can do our bombardments. We might be able to get a sneak in here with some of our Nogri assassins.
Absolutely.
And then bring in a bombardment and a bombing. As soon as that shield generator's out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Those guys are shooting at me. They're blasting a hole in the ground over there, and I don't really know why. Okay, planetary shield generator is down. My Nogri assassins are up.
Absolutely.
They've already gotten beat up, so
Affirmative.
snag a back to tank for them.
Yes.
Except for this one right here.
It
He's
will
ready
be
to go.
done. Concealing identity.
I'm gonna have him sprint forward, see if we can get past the enemies and get eyes on any of the enemy buildings.
Transmission confirmed. Of course.
Probably die before we can get close enough. I don't know, he might make it. He's getting real close. Oh, he's got it. Our Nogri
Awaiting
assassin
your
got eyes on that
instruction.
building.
Immediately.
Roger that.
Bombers will probably get shot
You
down.
have a task for us.
Alright, that Nogri lived to serve the Empire.
Bombing
Did his
run.
job well. Man, they've got so much infantry all the time. Let's take these
Form up.
garrison units, come down here and see if we can smoke these.
Let's move out.
Infantry. Alright, let's get our
Ready for orders.
group moving
You men
forward.
take a flank. Follow my lead.
Yes,
We knocked out a couple of buildings. Our assassin did a good job of helping with that. I want a Darth Bane movie. Ooh, that'd be awesome. I enjoyed the Darth Bane books. Those were really good.
I'm here, sir.
Those were some of the few other Legends books
Reporting
that
in,
I've
sir.
read. I read the Rogue Squadron books, Thrawn trilogy, and I read the Darth Bane
Ready to receive your
books.
transmission.
They were good.
Provide
I didn't
necessary
love
backup.
all the stuff in the Legends,
out.
but there was a lot you could read, and typically you could find something that you enjoyed, and I did. There's Master Sabayoth. Bring him up here. Alright, so my vehicles are pushing forward. Cut through that turret. Not much left by way of enemy resistance. Pretty good firefight going on over here.
Awaiting orders.
Copy.
Copy.
I think our chariot can help heal these guys.
Jamming sensors.
Definitely don't want to self-destruct.
Base is under attack.
Crap.
Reinforcement point contested.
Not for long.
I read
Okay,
you.
there we go. Let's take
You
these
men
guys
take the
out.
flank.
Construction complete.
Ah, you rebel scum.
Reporting.
Joke on it. They almost took my landing zone. I got there just
Order
in time.
acknowledged.
There's a vicious fight going on over here.
Orders, sir.
I think it's because everybody's just shooting the ground.
Awaiting orders. Ready. Advance.
Alright, they sent all the rest of their infantry up here after our troopers.
Yes, sir.
We're good. You have access to droidicas because the Empire did have some. I don't think I do. That would be awesome, though. Did you read the books and comics with Darth Kryat? I did not. I did not. Remember to save often to avoid crashes. Ooh, that's a good point. I haven't saved in a long time.
System conquered.
Save our game. Got a new thought here. It was THRAWN'S. Binge 5. There we go. What kind of heavy vehicles do the New Republic have? They've got some repulsor tanks that are kind of like a lighter tank, but they have like, I think it's called a T4B. It's like a heavy tracked vehicle. It's pretty strong. Like it can't one-on-one an AT-AT, but if you had a bunch of them, they're pretty powerful. Like they don't have a shield, but they have really heavy armor. And they're pretty strong. They're not to be trifled with. You definitely have to have good units
Building
to counter them. Like
started.
they'll trash ATSTs and your smaller walkers and stuff. They'll definitely deal those tons of damage. So yeah, see, Coruscant. Did I ever get those extra ATSTs? I did. I think. Make it all the way down here. Thought I sent them on the way.
Construction complete.
Built ATSTs and stuff here at Coruscant, I believe.
Constructing unit. Constructing unit. Vehicle in production.
Where I sent those extra army units, I thought that I had sent them down here, but... Oh yeah, they're here. They're in my... Oh, crap. Admiral Akbar's still alive? Dang, well, we're screwed. He went to Corellia? How did he get to Corellia? They don't even have a... Like, oh, okay, so he came in from, like, Fondor. Okay, I didn't know that they had a lane open to Corellia. Oh, that's unfortunate, because we got no prayer. That battle, let's return to Galactic. Admiral Akbar is going to be operating over there. Let's send Thrawn's fleet.
Ready to
If
go.
you are sure.
Corellia, I don't want them to capture that. In the meantime, we need to get some
Beginning
space stations
construction.
set up here. And I need to get this army out of town before they get caught in a space battle. They lose that planet.
Construction
go.
Hopefully
complete.
not.
Building under construction.
Okay. Oh, let's see.
Construction complete.
We got our heavy battle cruiser, by
Tactical
the way.
battle imminent. Vehicle in production.
Got a battle cruiser. I'll move it up on the next one, but we actually get to fight Akbar. So Thrawn gets to fight Akbar, but Akbar's screwed. He does not have near enough fleet. And we're going to lock him in. Pilgrim, thanks for being here. Says, Air, have you ever heard of Grand Admiral Thrawn? He's very cool. Nah, never heard of Thrawn. I don't even know who that guy is, but he does sound cool. Thanks for joining us tonight, Pilgrim. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's see.
Reporting. Instructions received.
We are going to take
Engines activated.
a blue-skinned chiss crap all over Admiral Akbar. We're going to take him out. It's going to go with Thrawn planned it. Let Corellia be taken with meager defense. Lure in the fishman. That's right. It's like bait for the fishman. He baited the hook.
Yes, sir.
He went fishing for Admiral Akbar.
Yes, Commander.
Just in a moment when all of my Star Destroyers start hyperspacing in, you all can just hear him saying in your own head, "It's a trap."
Ready. Location plotted.
Keep
Ion
scouting
engines
ahead.
primed.
Incoming!
Oh, there's Akbar. Okay.
TIE interceptor here. Deploying
Careful, don't want my
squadron.
hero to
Choose
be all
your
kinds of dead.
reinforcements.
Okay, Akbar's ship
All
is
out.
turned the wrong direction, so a lot of his
Heading to
guns may
destination.
not actually even be able to be brought to bear.
We're moving out.
Bring in,
Heading
so
out.
there'll be no escape.
You are in need of my
Our target
expertise.
priority is the laser.
So I imagine they're going to try to
Engage
escape.
in the air.
Awaiting orders.
That is not happening
Falling
now.
out of formation.
Let's get some Lancer frigates.
This way.
Draw their fire.
Location confirmed. Fall out. Let's go. This
I
way.
got Lancer frigates up. Victory
Destination
cruiser,
confirmed.
and let's...
Moving to sector.
Karak cruiser. I meant to bring in my
All
dreadnoughts.
Engines to full. Moving. All ahead. Engines to full.
Move out.
Oh, you're screwed.
We shall be there shortly.
You are screwed.
Your command, sir.
I'll take care of this.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Commander. Reporting in.
Intercepting.
Roger that. We've got them on scope.
At your command.
Excellent shot.
I've got him.
Alright, my Lancer frigates are keeping the skies relatively clean.
Tightening up.
Location
Getting
confirmed.
a lock. Closing on target.
Stay in formation.
Reporting.
Let's finish him.
Get behind them.
Pursuing.
Alright,
enemy
there goes
forces.
Akbar in Home 1.
Watch your back. Taking him out.
So Home 1 is in flames,
Launch bay has been destroyed.
just the way the Emperor had envisioned. It just wasn't done by the Death Star.
We are victorious.
There we go. Now we're talking. Suck it, Akbar. Alright, so Admiral Akbar is dead, and he ain't coming back, because that's the way it works in this mod. Dementia! Holy crap, thanks for the 20. He says, hey, how do you feel about the Allegiance class in this game? The lack of fighters is a bit worrying, but as a gun platform, it's much better than the ISD. Yeah, if it doesn't have fighters, that's a little frustrating. It's unfortunate that it doesn't. It'd be cool if it had, like, Garrison TIE Defenders, or some other kind of cool TIE.
Ready to go.
But, you know, I'll take what I can get, and we'll try it out here. I've got some on the way. Or I'm about to have one on the way. So let's bring it in and try it and see what we think. But I guess you just have to protect it with Lancer frigates, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how the battlecruiser is. Can you get the Executor or like the Superstar Destroyer class in this mod? Does anybody know? Are those recruitable?
Construction complete.
Let me know if you know the answer to that. I do not. I know it was in the base game, so I would assume
sir.
I'm not going to have less things in this game, but
Building under
I don't know
construction.
that for sure. Superstar Destroyers are late game and brutal. Awesome. Thanks, Dementia. Appreciate you being here. I love this mod. It's a lot of fun. I wasn't very familiar with it, but man, it's fun.
Vehicle in
Construction
It is a
production.
good time.
Constructing unit.
Put a little garrison together there just to kind of hold back the rebels, and I probably should try to do the same thing here.
Beginning
Construction.
construction.
Whoa, where's this one at? New Cov. Oh, it's right where I was thinking then. Okay, well, the New Republic's attempting to make some strikes. I'll give them credit there, I guess, at least for trying. Let's auto-resolve that one. There's... Yeah, we lost. I'm not surprised. We're going to need to head to New Cove. My battlecruiser's almost here. It says you can supplement it with some flak carriers. They require support
Tactical
from heavy
battle
cruisers. Oh, crap. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and just take New Cove from me. It's going to auto-resolve that, too. We'll
System
retake
lost.
it. All right, Thrawn's got his new battlecruiser.
reporting.
Let's come down
That
and
seems
retake our
reasonable.
territory. And then at Corellia, I'm going to raise up some... Thought I was going to raise up some ships. Apparently I'm not. I thought Corellia had a
Building
shipyard, but we
under
haven't built
construction.
anything because it just got destroyed. About to invade Corellia again. Yeah, I'll bet they are. Is
Tactical battle imminent.
this like Akbar's son or something? Let's see what's going on here. Air, just curious on a Total War Warhammer 3 question. Have you heard anything about the Blood Pack DLC? I have not heard anything. So, yeah, I don't know about the blood thing, when it's coming.
Interceptor
I
squad
would hope
reporting.
that they launch it
Right away.
either before or with Immortal Empires. Like, it feels like, again, that would be part of that necessary thing to complete the game. I'd hope Thrawn would have learned that a Death Star was never worth it. Actually, from everything I read about Thrawn,
Orders,
he
sir.
didn't approve of the Death Star project. He wanted to do the TIE Defenders and smaller ships because he thought consolidating too much
Ready for
resources
command, sir.
a single battle station was too dangerous.
Squadron
So from
standing
everything
by.
I understood, Arthur, is that Thrawn didn't want
Ready for
the Death
battle.
Star, and he was actually against
Moving out. Heading
Tarkin
out.
and the others who were making an effort. Like, I think he felt like it was a mistake.
We've come across enemy units.
Yeah, I think it definitely went that way. So who is this? Namo, a fleet commander. Namo was Mon Calamari Admiral in the Alliance flagship, the Defiance.
Roger that. Location
Okay.
set.
All right, well, let's call in some reinforcements.
Choose your reinforcements.
Say hello to
Of
my
course.
little Thrawn. It's not so little, actually, but
All out. Moving out. Heading out.
Copy.
Form up.
I assume
Alright,
you
so I
need
got
my
3
help.
ISDs
destroyer
fixing
here.
him from the front, and then where is our battle cruiser? Oh yeah, here we go. I'll
Fall
bring
out.
it in from the flank, and I'm gonna drop some Lancer frigates
Let's
about.
go. This way. Location confirmed.
Intercepting.
Fall out. Let's go.
Sir,
Alright, so here's our battle cruiser. It does look pretty cool, just from a graphical standpoint. It does appear to be a pretty massive gun platform.
He won't be around much longer.
Yeah, it is a cool looking ship. Look at all those big turrets and stuff on it.
Engaging the enemy.
Alright. There goes Akbar Light.
I'm on this one. Target critical.
Didn't make sense. Non-mobile battle station. How long this shot take to get to planets? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Death Star was, according to Thrawn at least, like he definitely did not approve of locking up all those resources into one thing like that. That was definitely not his idea. Like he was way too much of a tactical genius to make a screw up like that. I think the Emperor was just so power hungry. That's probably what drove a lot of that. Like he craved that power. Just couldn't help it. You know, you're a Sith. That's what you do.
Frequency open. Fall out. Let's go.
You know what? I know how to get rid of this guy. Let's.
We're on our way. Heading out. Fall out. Let's move out. Let's go.
There we
Location
go.
confirmed.
Like warping in ships all around it. Alright, so New Cov was avenged quickly by the Grand Admiral. Termentia, thanks for the 10. Says rumor says Thrawn gets a Bellator in the upcoming Ahsoka series. What's a Bellator? Is it like a ship class? I'm not familiar with it, but if they bring Thrawn back, here's my hopes. I don't have much hopes because Disney keeps screwing up things, but you know they've done a few things right, so I'll hold out hope, right? I really do want it to be awesome if they bring Thrawn in. So if they bring Thrawn in, here's what I'll have to say. Don't be afraid to let the bad guys win sometimes, because it makes for a more convincing story, right? I mean, look at Empire Strikes Back. Look at Revenge of the Sith. It's okay for the bad guys to win sometimes. So like if you bring Thrawn in, don't just have him be there to kind of be a menace and then just to kill him off at the end of like one episode or 2 episodes. Like that would be absolutely and utterly ridiculous. Bring him in. Build his character up. Make him the menace. Take your time with the villain. You know, do good with it. Don't just make them be there just so that you can have a cool season finale where they get beat. That is so lame. It's some weak writing. Okay, don't do that. Especially not with Thrawn. But if you're gonna bring him back, which I'm all for, do it well. Do it well.
On my way.
Make it memorable.
On my way, sir. Destination
complete.
Yeah, thanks, Dementia. Appreciate the support. Yeah, I don't know what the Bellator is. Like, if someone knows what that is, help fill me in. Otherwise, I'll have to look it up when I get off of here. They did alright with Moff Gideon. I just hope that Thrawn gets to the nth degree. Yeah, I mean, at least Moff Gideon didn't get killed right away, right? They saved him for a very epic moment. He had all of these advantages. Like, I mean, they could have carried him on longer in that series, but yeah, it wasn't bad. Bellator is a battle cruiser, okay. I would love to see Thrawn get some kind of special ship. Just make for some epic action. Bring in some more ATSTs. Support my ATs. Oh my gosh, that is some heavy armor coming in. Okay, so someone asking, do the Rebels have heavy vehicles? Here they are, 3 of them. No, 4 of them. Holy crap. But yeah, that is some significant armor that we're up against. Fortunately for me, I've also got a lot of armor on the ground.
Right behind you.
Yes. Yeah, there we go, okay. I've got them outgunned, but I mean, that's tough stuff. See just how much beating the Rebel armor can take? It's not bad.
Target acquired.
Okay, they're gonna retreat. So New Cub is back in our control. You can build them in this mod. Ooh, I want to build one. That'd be awesome. Oh no! Master Sabaoth got killed. Ah, what? Did something run him over or something? He sat in like the I don't understand that. He's been in like the middle of just a hailstorm of laser fire, multiple units, tons, and he's never died, and here he's dead. I wonder if the tanks ran him over or something. Because I know some units can run over characters. Oh, that sucks. He got morbed. Dang. I don't know if he got shot to death. I've never seen him get shot to death.
Achieved.
That's why I was so loose with him right there, because I've just never actually seen...
System lost.
What?
Invasion commencing.
Yeah,
Cruiser
whatever.
reporting.
I've never seen him
Building started.
actually die. Holy crap. Yeah, Thrawn didn't like him anyways. That's true, Michael. That might have been Thrawn's excuse to just get rid of him.
Building cancelled.
It's probably Thrawn's excuse to get rid of him. Thrawn did hate Master Sabayoth, that's true. He found him to be a nuisance. The tank looked like a Republic TX-130. Yeah, it could have been. Well, rest in pieces, Master Sabayoth. I carried you through most of this, but you were just a disgusting clone anyway, and so probably nothing to be missed. And like people were saying, Thrawn didn't much like him either. Well, that's going to be about all the time I had for tonight. We got some good stuff done. Is there a Revan Malak era mod for this one? I don't know, but that would be awesome, Broken Sky, if someone made an Old Republic
complete.
setup for this game. That'd be absolutely sweet. I'm going to save my game again here on 5. And I'll be, save, yes. I'll be back on Thursday streaming some multiplayer battles. We're going to start in Total War Warhammer 2, move on to Total War Warhammer 3. We'll play some battles in both, so make sure you join me Thursday. Holy Pilgrim saying, more Vermintide 2. You know, we can do that again sometime soon. I'm down. So maybe next Tuesday. We'll see. But thanks for everybody who joined. Can't wait to see you all again on another stream. Again, Thursday, 8:15 U.S. Central Time. Join me for some battles in Total War Warhammer 2 and 3. See you then. HeirofCarthage signing out.